everyone. You have now entered the cosmic radio receptors of KCIW 100.7 FM in Brookings, Oregon. Thank you so much for tuning into this week's interesting program. I'm Dr. Gigi, and my co-host is, as always, Jacques Kepner. How are you, Jacques Poo?
I'm doing finer than a couple weeks ago I said defeated 49er, so I don't know how I'm doing. I'm doing fine. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the Doc and Jacques Radio Variety Show. Special thanks to sound engineer Ray Simon. And Tom, if you're listening, hope your ankle unsprains itself. Linda Bozak, who's sitting out listening, and a host of all sorts of other people that I'll mention in just a moment. But you're hearing this live syndicated show on KCIW in Brookings, Oregon. That said, this same syndicated show will be rebroadcast in exactly 1 week from today, every Wednesday at 8 a.m. on KZZH 96.7 FM in Eureka, Humboldt, and then a few hours later at 1 o'clock, my old alma mater, KFUG in Crescent City, California. So now you know, Dr. Gigi and I have your coast covered. And in addition to today's regularly broadcast-produced audio, we have a live radio, or a video broadcast, right?
Video, yeah.
And a certain wizard of the studio, namely Top Gun Michael Gorse, is now fully documenting each and every show by videotaping it. So thank you very much, Michael.
Thank you, Michael.
We really appreciate it. Okay, it's that time when good medicine and health tips are presented by my German medical doctor, not one, as you told me, or two or three. I had to look it up on Google. She has 4 patents in her name as a scientist and a university professor, Dr. Gigi. All right, that said, what medical marvels do you have for us today on this week's health segment of MD Gigi? Excuse me.
What?
One last thing. One last time, I need to tell the audience about what happened this morning, Doc. You know, when I went downstairs after she'd left, I found a note on the refrigerator, and it said, Jacques, between you and me, it's not working anymore. Doctor, I open up the refrigerator, and it's working fine. Okay, I'm trying too hard. All right, what do you got, Doc?
Today, you actually selected the subject, and we are going to discuss tendons, cartilage, and ligaments.
Ooh, kind of crucial, but kind of the unsung heroes of our human body, right?
So, when we walk, run, or even wiggle our fingers,
we're all wiggling our fingers, right?
There's a lot happening beneath our skin that we don't see. 3 unsung heroes, as you mentioned, in movement, tendons, ligaments, and cartilage quietly do the work of holding our body together and keeping our joints moving smoothly.
Did you say joints?
I did.
Oh, okay. Speaking of joints and such, you know, doctor, I had to recently quit marijuana altogether. My cholesterol was getting way too high.
I get the joints down.
All right, continue, please.
It's a very cute joke. I like it.
That is cute.
Okay, so think of tendons, ligaments, and cartilage as the body's connective team. Tendons are the tough cords that attach muscles to the bones, allowing our muscles to pull and move our skeleton, our bones around. The famous Achilles tendon behind our heel is one, and it can handle forces several times our body weight. That's
well, I know a lot of football players sprang
very easily
track and field too, right?
Now, ligaments link bones to other bones, especially around joints like our knees and ankles or any other joints. They act like sturdy so-called straps that keep bones properly aligned while still allowing some flexibility. Damage to one, let's say ACL, anterior cruciate ligament in the knee, and we quickly see how crucial they are for our stability, our knee.
Very interesting. Dr. Gigi, what do you give a guy who has absolutely everything?
What?
Penicillin. Okay, go on.
Okay, let's go dive deeper in cartilage. Cartilage is the smooth, flexible tissue that cushions the joints or the bones that shapes part of our body, like the nose and ears.
Right.
And it keeps it keeps our knees bent without bones grinding together. All the joints, the so-called synovial joints, The bones are covered with the cartilage.
I know you do a lot of work, right? You're a lot of
I
your
do
patients.
a lot of work.
You're working 3 different jobs. You have a lot of patients that come in, they need knee shots, so you're getting a lot of experience
Yeah.
giving people joint shots.
Yep, today I had a shoulder.
a shoulder, really.
Yeah.
Folks, I'm no good at math, but I am comforted in knowing that 5 out of every 3 people struggle with it also.
5 of 3.
Yeah, okay.
Good.
Delete that one. What else?
All those 3 tissues develop from the same early body material called mesenchyme.
What?
If you want to study any biology, you will learn about the mesenchyme.
Okay.
And the mesenchyme also forms the bones.
Oh,
They're loaded with collagen injections.
yeah, the ladies with big lips.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so that's the protein that gives him strength and a little bit of a stretch. Tendons and ligaments are also made out of packed collagen fibers, and then they're usually lined up either in the same direction or crisscrossing, depending on what strength or what kind of sturdiness they have to show,
Okay.
or what kind of shock they have to be able to absorb, like the cartilage that our meniscus is made out of. For
Well,
example.
also, you have taught me from these nice little conversations, medical notes, that all of our blood cells are manufactured inside the bones. Mm-hmm. Bone marrow is.
Bone marrow.
Well, that's where our blood comes from. It's so
Right.
bizarre, but it leaches out through the bones. That's pretty wild.
Well, yeah, it doesn't leach out, but there's blood vessels going in and out.
Wow. Dr. Gigi, what do you call a nose without a body?
What?
No body knows. Simple. Good, I got her laughing. All right.
One big downside of those tissues is that they don't get much blood flow, or they don't really have hardly at all their own blood flow, meaning they don't get oxygen or nutrients to the tendons, the cartilage, or the ligaments. That means they have slower healing when they're injured. So, for example, if somebody sprains their ankle,
Right, like Tom Bozak.
Tom
right?
Bozak.
Hey, Tom.
Their ligaments are stretched or even torn, and it takes longer than actually bones to heal because they don't have their own blood supply. So that's why.
Or sometimes they don't heal at all, right? I mean,
Well, no, I mean sometimes everything.
it snaps.
Oh
What
well, but even if it's torn, it can.
What about my torn ligaments in my shoulder? What is that called?
That's torn.
Oh, corn husk. No, pardon me, the cuff. Okay, keep going.
A rotator cuff.
A
Those are
rotator cuff. There you go.
There's all the 4 muscles.
All-
Okay.
Okay, well, as most of you know, if you haven't heard on Facebook, that last week my Visa card was, yes, indeed, it was stolen. Now it's everywhere that I want to be. But I don't think I'm going to report it stolen because the thief, he's spending a lot less than I do. I don't know if it's a he or she, but I've seen a couple of signatures, yeah.
I thought it was funny.
All right.
So at the end, a couple more funny, cute marvels. The slippery cartilage coating of our joints is so smooth and it's more frictionless or less frictionless than many machine lubricants. Pretty cool, right?
Wow.
Babies start life with more cartilage than adults
What?
because much of it later turns into bones as they grow. For example, the pisiform in the wrist or the patella, the kneecap.
Well, as testified by our guests in the studio today, their hands are working all the time because they are accomplished musicians and guitarists. I mean, you've got to have strong hands to be able to play as well and as long as the gentleman sitting across from us. Okay, one last joke. Okay, do you mind that? Should I say the risque one? I'm going to tell you a risque one. Do you know how I satisfy Dr. Gigi in bed? By
How?
sleeping on the sofa.
See, not funny.
Come on, darn it. Ray, you don't like that one either. Okay, thanks, Dr. Gigi, for cartilages, joints.
Tendon, ligaments, and
ligament.
cartilage.
Okay, there we go.
Those are the ones that you wanted to discuss.